yourself.
No ethical.
But if there's
consumerism and capitalism
at all, unless you decide to make your own comics.
Yeah, true.
and then read them yourself.
And then read them yourself.
Don't sell them.
Yeah,
because that's capitalism.
Yeah, because you're gonna
years.
need Apple or you're gonna need Apple and or Amazon products in order to get your product on the market.
True.
So you can't sell it. You just have to enjoy your own thoughts.
You're right.
It's like sniffing your own farts.
Which I just did.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations! Are we going?
We've been welcome.
Hey, you're listening to episode 117 of Floppies
Fresh
Fresh.
Floppies. Fresh Floppies. What's up to our sidekicks and henchfolk out there in the Geek Nation? Noel's back.
I'm a special guest.
Special
guest,
returning
Noel.
guest, Noel. I'm Johnny Destructo of JD's Hero Complex, located at 4327 Main Street, Philadelphia, PA 19127. With me, there's Jeremy. Hey, and Noel again. Still, he's still here. Hey, we're here to talk about Fresh Floppies. Floppies are comic books, single issues that come out on a weekly basis, and we're going to give you our chit chat, but without spoilers. Let's kick it off with DCKO tie-ins. There were 1, 2, 3 at least this week, this Wednesday.
Hey, JD.
Hi.
Do you think Ron would have liked these books?
Now,
I want to keep this going and not
like
explain who the hell we're talking about.
Connor would like these books.
Yeah, no, you know what? New Josh, current Josh, would love this.
Yeah,
old Josh,
no.
Flip his nose. This is
That's
not
right.
Vertigo.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So we're not explaining this to me or the viewers?
Nope.
Okay, got it.
All right. Superman number 31, which is a DCKO tie-in, The Beating Heart of Apocalypse, by Joshua Williamson and Eddie Barrows and Eber Ferreira. Eber?
So many comic artists have such cool names.
Right?
I think that's one of the prerequisites.
It might
Like,
be.
hey, you draw better than, I don't know,
Me.
Jim Lee, but your name is Steve.
Yeah, you're out.
And it's not even Steve Lieber, it's Steve Smith. Like, you're
Yeah,
out.
true.
Hey, Jeremy.
What do you want?
You and I, when we were on the show last week, we talked about DCKO, and we were just like, me.
Was it last week or was it 2 weeks
Maybe it was
ago?
2 weeks
I
ago.
think it was 2
I didn't
weeks
get a
ago.
chance to talk to you guys about that. I actually thought it was wonderful.
Oh, I figured you might.
I fucking loved it.
You love things like Dark Knight's Metal and Dark Knight's Death Metal and whatever it is that Scott Snyder has been doing for the past 10 years. Whereas I'm a little, everything's at 12. I feel numb. I don't care.
I usually hate the ramp up. And then when I hear the concept, I'm like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
But for some reason, when you're in it, he has a way of making the dumbest concepts feel like popcorn gravitas. So like a bracketed combat, stupid. But the tone of it felt like I was reading the first issue of Infinite Crisis. Like, this is bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it just seems silly, but then I actually cared at the very end. I was like, this is really fun.
Yeah, I didn't.
I had a good time with it.
It just felt a little too silly for me. Like,
didn't-
the Earth, or I'm sorry, whatever it is, the heart of Dark Side that's in the
Heart of
crust
Apocalypse,
the
excuse
Earth
you.
is like, it's decided to make a tournament. What? Why? Why would it make
And
a
that
tournament?
heart
The
got
rules-
placed there years ago?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I don't know. There's no extra. But reading the other stuff, reading the history of, and then what was it? The issue before DCKO where they was it in KO that they
The Omega
explained
Pact,
all of
or
the
Omega Act or something?
I didn't read that
It was
at
a
all.
one-shot, yeah.
But the idea that Apocalypse works because it's got this thing, and that's what gives Darkseid power and makes him reborn on and on again. They planted one there. But how it's connected to the Absolute Universe, I was like, this is cool. This is all just like big comic book cool that I don't think you could see in any other medium. I enjoyed it.
Oh, I'm glad.
I hated the art, but I enjoyed the book.
I'm trying to remember who. Oh, yeah, I didn't like the art either.
Sometimes it
I
was
didn't have a problem with
awesome.
it.
Sometimes it wasn't.
Yeah, I think we said the same thing. Like, oh, some of these panels are great. Not these other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
I enjoy a big DC event, so I keep hoping it'll grab me, like maybe with issue number 2.
Did you like or not Dark Crisis?
Dark Crisis, I liked up until the end. Remember, we were talking about it.
Yeah.
Each issue would come out like, oh, this is fun and blah, blah, blah. And then when it was over, I was just like, I felt hollow and empty. And I was just like, what was the point of this? I didn't.
Yeah, it was like a
don't
expand and contract for reasons.
No reason.
I enjoyed all of the Nightwing stuff, and that the final fight was Nightwing, and that was great.
Cool.
But then the whole coda at the end, where like this is the new status quo, just felt like it was tacked on, forced, and weird. Yeah.
No, I enjoyed it as it was going, but then as it wound down, it stopped caring.
Jeremy, we're talking about other events. I'm sorry. How did you feel about Superman number 31?
Felt good.
Yeah.
JD and I had a little conversation before this about whether or not this gave us more insight into Superman's mindset about this whole event, because that was one of our probably top complaints of DCKO number 1, was just not feeling like Superman's behavior quite aligned with the typical Superman.
Can you recap that for me?
Well,
what about his behavior didn't align?
The fact that he has joined this at all. He's against it, but then Lois is like, or maybe it was Wonder Woman was like, but it's like the board game, Clark. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll watch people get murdered over and over again. This will be cool. Like, I'm totally into this. No, there's no way he would join a tournament where he's watching his friends die.
But the whole concept being that if he wins the game, they're not dead anymore.
Sure.
Like that was the only thing that drove
I don't think
him.
he would ever let it happen.
I agree, and that was I don't know. I felt like the book constantly kept checking back in with him, because it was all him saying, "I don't like this, but there's no." And then this gives you more of that.
I question, because that was part of my issue. Did we establish that if he becomes King Omega or whatever, that people can be not
because
dead?
if you win and then are able to defeat Apocalypse with now your King Omega energy, everything will be reborn in like your image of hope, the way you want it to be. It's not unlike an Infinite Crisis Gauntlet kind of thing, or not Infinity War Gauntlet kind of thing. Like it's.
But even that, I'm like, Superman still wouldn't do it. He wouldn't want the universe recreated the way he would want it to be recreated.
Interesting point. I will say, if I had retained the information of if he wins, he can redo that. Yeah, he can fix it. Then I definitely have, honestly, far less of a problem with it. Yeah. I felt like we were watching people die, but I didn't feel like it was clarified about whether they were actually dead or not.
Mm-hmm.
And
yes and no.
Well, we watched Batman get iced in the end of the first issue, but Night Fight is coming.
Well, they revealed a preview Batman. Of how that works, and it's hooey fooey shit. But
it's all
hooey
fooey
shit.
To defend him in his image thing, it wasn't presented as an omnipotent thing, like he is now going to be God and create things. It's just it all gets rebooted. Yeah. The way he remembers and or feels it should be. So almost like instead of it being a Heart of Apocalypse, it would be like a Heart of Hope. Mm-hmm. That's it. Not on a chessboard.
He gets
Clark. Not what they did with Secret Wars, where the fucking Fantastic Four go and make other universes. Yeah. It would just be like it's rebooted based off of his feelings and. Yeah.
I think with Noel's big brain context, I might go back and reread it. Because I'd love to be wrong, but.
It just doesn't feel right.
But
this issue.
Yes, you're right. No, this issue, just like with all of the stuff with Dark Knight's Metal, the actual event is so much all at once, and it requires all the silly little tie-ins to fill in your pieces, and that's what this issue does. Like, and I thought this was pieces.
Great. I liked this.
We basically have Clark in the beginning of it, where he's like, "Oh, the DCKO tournament is happening," but also. Just before that, Clark goes to the Fortress of Solitude to get some guidance, which I enjoyed that. And then what Lois does, I enjoyed. And then the last page reveal, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last 2 or 3 pages is really exciting to see where it goes.
Joshua Williamson is writing the hell out of Superman. He's been doing a great job.
Will this matter for the event?
I don't know.
I think what Lois finds out, it might.
Mm-hmm. I think what Lois finds out, it might, but it will get recapped in one quick conversation.
Correct, absolutely. So I think if you're,
but the setup at the end, as much as I enjoyed it, it feels like this is going to be we need to fill the schedule for 5 weeks, and it's going to be a side adventure before they escape Earth.
Maybe.
Actually affect the main plot of DCKO, more of like here's 2 characters that aren't in the tournament and just kind of a thing, because the ordinary world that they're setting up here is evacuate Earth. That's that. So it's just a ticking clock. There's nothing.
Which is
has
the
been,
same thing they were doing last week with Teen Titans.
Yeah, nothing has been established. This is because this is well done. It's not as bad, but this is really close to just being like, look, the sky's red, and then go about your business.
No, so what he's referring to is in the 80s, the Crisis on Infinite
Yeah,
Earths.
go about your business.
A lot of the tie-ins, like, oh, this is a Crisis on Infinite Earths tie-in, and the sky would be red for a couple panels.
Nice.
It's a shorthand of being able to like say like, does this book reflect what's going to actually happen or be important for what's going to happen, or is it just a
Red
in
sky.
context or contextual thing that's happening over here?
Yeah.
Red Sky is the worst version of it.
Yeah.
This is a
Gotcha.
good version of it, but it makes me think like, oh, they're just kind of keeping the ball rolling on the left because on the right is where the actual stuff is going to happen.
I'll tell you, I cared a lot more about issue 31 of Superman than I did DCKO
No,
number 1.
I agree. 2 of my favorite characters are featured in this,
Yeah,
so like
same.
I'm in.
Yeah.
It's just, I almost wish this was just an arc of not even connected to
right,
KO.
yeah.
Just like this is the thing. Yeah, but it's cool.
Yeah.
What else?
so,
What else happened in
pretty
regards
fresh.
to KO? Oh yeah, this is
Pretty fresh. Oh,
Pretty
pretty
fresh.
fresh. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, pretty fresh. Justice League Unlimited is another DCKO tie-in. This is All In Presents number 11 or number 12. The Terrific 10 Part 1. So what was happening?
Mark Waid and Dan Mora, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Mark Waid and Dan Mora.
and Mark Waid is also on. Mark Waid's on everything, dude.
Yeah, man.
If Mark Waid, I feel like Mark Waid and Joshua Williamson are like the architects of DC.
Yeah.
Scott Snyder is the architect of Absolute, and then twixt they meet, it's just like a triumvirate of those three guys.
I could use
Yeah.
a Twix bar.
Oh yeah, I had a cinnamony Twix the other day. It was delicious.
There's only one Twix that
Snickerdoodle.
matters.
It was a Snickerdoodle Twix. That's what it was.
Was it
Nice.
caramel still?
Yeah, but just
Okay.
like cinnamon.
Look, all Twix have to have caramel.
Justice League Unlimited number 12. DCKO tie-in.
Yes. Terrific 10. So what was happening previously on Justice League Unlimited during the We Are Yesterday event story? I guess a bunch of time-displaced superheroes were brought to the now, including Electric Blue Superman, Tim Drake, Batman Beyond, the Aquaman with the hook for a hand, etc. I missed all of that. I only read the beginning of that story, and I missed the wrap
You know,
up
the
where
thing
we get
is,
these characters.
I did read that whole thing, and they bring in some people that were not really front and center in the old, like we saw Power Girl here, but
Yeah.
I was like, Power Girl's just Power Girl. What am I missing?
Yeah,
But apparently it's
this-
past Power Girl.
This
Yes.
book, I read the first like 2. I read all that, but then I read like the first 2 pages of this. This, I think this is kind of and you guys can prove me wrong. This is kind of suffering from what Absolute Power was, where there's so much going on,
Yeah.
and they do the bare minimum of kind of grounding you,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and everyone looks the same. So like at the end of We Are Yesterday, the whole climax involved a gajillion superheroes from multiple different like displaced timelines.
Oh, okay.
And then
Yeah.
there's literally like 2 lines at the very end of it of like, we got everyone back except a couple that just didn't work.
Yeah.
So they're just stuck here until we figure it out. And then there was a one-shot Justice League Paradox event or something like that.
Yeah.
It
I
was
forget
like-
what it was called.
It was like a one-shot by Guggenheim, which was basically a backdoor Heroes of Tomorrow. What was the TV show?
Oh,
I got
right.
nothing.
DC's
What was that called?
Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow.
It was basically a backdoor pilot kind of show about that, where all of these 5 or 6 displaced heroes. Some of them are cool. It's like Batman Beyond, Jonah Hex, somebody else.
Beast Boy. Beast Man.
Somebody is killing. What was it? Somebody was killing a
it
bunch
was-
of like time travelers. So,
Yeah. Somebody was hunting down time travelers.
so it's probably Rip
The
Hunter that
Omega
puts this team
demons were doing
together.
it.
And this seems like it's just that team mixed with, what is it? Justice League Red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like disparate little chunks of side teams.
Sky
are-
Gardener Warrior.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun. But I think the problem with this is I read all of this when I went to bed, and I woke up and I was like, what was that book about? I had to
Yeah.
like flip through it again and be like, what were we doing?
Just before
it
we started recording,
That's what I felt about Absolute Power. Like it was so much that
Yeah.
it almost just like
wait, what happened?
cheese grated my
Yeah.
brain.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait, huh? Sorry.
And also, these time displaced characters we find out are expendable.
Oh, yeah?
Because they
Yeah.
aren't really those characters time displaced. They are snapshots of those characters that are time displaced.
Oh, that's
I don't know.
sucks.
I don't know if that's like a big spoiler. I don't think so.
It sucks for them. That
It
means
just-
they can
yeah.
all die. But wait, do they?
Like it's. I don't think. I think it means that whatever happens here won't affect history.
Oh, yeah, it's an easy way of doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
That's all. I don't think it's a.
Do
spoiler.
they? Are they? Do they have permanence?
I don't know. Yeah,
As in, will they fade out eventually,
not that I'm aware
or
of.
they could just get killed and not affect the timeline?
I think that's what
I
we'll do.
believe that's
That'd be
yeah.
cool. Who died? No, don't tell me.
No. But I mean,
But I mean,
this was barely fresh for me.
I enjoyed it,
Uh-huh.
if only because I also just really like the idea of Mr. Terrific putting together a team.
Yeah.
It just feels pretty fun.
Is it a terrific team?
The whole yes, it's the Terrific 10.
I was kidding.
The whole premise here being that we're still in the evacuation phase of the whole DCKO event, and suddenly not even supervillains, just normal ass, typically weak villains are putting a wrench in the works and are suddenly abnormally strong, beating heroes that they shouldn't be able to beat. So
That's the mystery, the
yeah,
central mystery.
Yeah, that's the inciting thing that we get in like the first 2 or 3 pages.
I forgot about that.
So
yeah.
so
All the villains are getting amped up.
yeah, so Mr. Terrific is like, oh, I know why. And then he throws out some information that I've never heard of, which is what it is.
He's terrific.
Yeah. And then puts together a team to try to solve that problem.
So, okay, this is a pattern now. This is going to be all of the in continuity DC books for the next 5 months.
Yeah.
Just during evacuation.
Oh no, I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe.
The spine ones. Yeah. I mean, Batman's doing its own thing.
Yeah.
That's like out of
That's true.
continuity. Wonder Woman's doing its own thing. It's in continuity, but it's like those, flexible timeline shit
yeah.
where like it happened 2 months ago. Don't
Wonder
worry
Woman's
about it
hanging
now.
out on Mouse Island or whatever.
Yeah,
now.
like those books probably. Yeah, Mouse Island.
What's
It's-
Mouse Island?
Just catch
It's
up on the book.
actually-
It's
Oh,
awesome.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
It's actually
That's right.
really good.
Yeah, yeah. Tom King.
Yeah, so all of the DC books that are like current spine, which is Superman, Justice League, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
They're all going to be evacuation phase for the next 4 or 5 months. I bet.
Oh, okay. All right.
I don't know how I feel. I'm sure it's fine.
We'll check back in with you in 4 or 5 months and see.
Yeah.
See how
If
it goes.
I would love to be wrong, but
Yeah.
I feel like these are all going to be treading water, and it's just a matter of how successfully they're treading water versus biding time.
Yeah.
No, that's fair because we don't even have. I don't think they provided us a concept of like when the Heart of Apocalypse changes question mark all of reality to be a tournament. We don't know how much time that's actually taking up in real time.
Oh, they
It could be-
established that in DCKO,
Did
as
they?
in time stops for them.
Oh, okay, great.
So
So we
that
do
book
know.
can go on forever. The other books need to like figure out what they're gonna do in the interim for that one to have enough time
Got
to
it.
finish. So it's this weird like.
So then again,
Yeah.
with your big brain input, you're probably right. I feel like there's nothing else for them to do other than before and after.
Yeah, they have to kind of figure it out. And then also too, I doubt that this is the end. I do not think DCKO is the end all be all of things coming together.
No.
It's probably just going to be lead up to the next large event in 6 months of the true versus.
Right.
Or so like this.
Oh, I
this-
see. This is
feels like
DCKO is going to be creating the King Omega, and
What
then
happens
we're
after
going to
that?
get the next event of the King Omega versus Darkseid,
Or something
right?
like that,
Something like
yeah.
that. I figured at the end of this, it would be the end of.
I'm calling it now.
Yeah,
I
you're
actually
probably right.
think it's gonna be a sad ending of KO.
yeah.
I actually think it's gonna end on a downer,
yeah.
and then the
Cliffhanger.
continuity, not even a cliffhanger, a straight up downer.
Oh, okay.
Apocalypse wins, or a villain gets it, just a straight up downer.
Yeah.
And then the next 6 to 8 months of continuity is going to be like deeper down, and then we do a big thing. It doesn't feel like the crisis. Do you know what I mean? Like
Right.
it doesn't feel like the end. It feels like the thing in the middle.
Do you think we're going to get a new universe after this, in the same way we did maybe with like Flashpoint?
Well, I want to talk to you quickly about New History of the
Ah.
DC Universe, written by number 4, written by Mark Waid, with art by Howard Porter and Hayden Sherman, colors by Hi-Fi and Pharrell. This is not anthology. It's the history of the DC Universe. This is an oral history of the DC Universe told in 4 issues by a bevy of artists that recap everything from the inception of the golden age all the way through. It's gold and silver, then iron, right? Or gold and silver and modern, whatever.
Where's plastic? Isn't plastic in there somewhere? Or am I thinking of something else?
Probably thinking of something else,
Great.
but Plastic Man is in here.
Oh, perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking. Sure.
So this takes us, this fourth issue. We only talked about the first issue of this, I believe.
Yes.
Right, reads like a textbook. It's kind of boring, and didn't love the art as much. Like my main comparison was the history of the Marvel Universe that was a couple years ago. That was the way that was depicted was more in like creative layouts of the events, not just like a pictogram or triptychs of the events. It was a little bit more artist driven. This is more direct. However, as I've been reading through this series and getting more into the modern stuff, I'm having a much more fun with it. Because it's not only is it the stuff that I was reading in real time, it's reminding me of a lot of things that I enjoyed before. It's reminding me of things that I completely forgot about, and what those precipitated or affected. And we get, in the back half of this book, we actually get a creation of the absolute universe, where the energies go,
Very
and some
interesting.
teasy of things to come.
No kidding.
Yeah, because that's what they did with the last one too. So we go through. It starts with Blackest Night.
Awesome.
It goes through Flashpoint, New 52, Doomsday Clock a little bit. The Battle of the Cowl. The last issue did Final Crisis. I read issue 3 and 4. Did Final Crisis, made more sense of Final Crisis than Final Crisis does.
I need that.
I forgot about the
'Cause
Dark
I still don't
Side
know what Final
War.
Crisis
I
was
forgot about it makes sense of Rebirth.
Nice.
This is a really, really fun read, and it does get into the heart of Apocalypse. So I don't know if you guys remember at the end of Dark Knight's Metal,
Never read it.
at the end of Dark Knight's Metal, it rebirthed the multiverse.
Yeah.
At the end of Dark Crisis, it established it's not a multiverse, it's an omniverse. So there are multiple multiverses within multiverses. It was just a way of them solidifying that all stories matter. It's just where they matter. But at the end of that, there was a mysterious Elseworld. And all of us assumed, it's probably just where they're going to do Elseworld stories, whatever. It wasn't until like a year or so later, or a year or two later, when All In started and Apocalypse explodes. All of that energy went into that mysterious Elseworld. And that energy, the Elseworld is absolute universe.
Yeah.
That energy, because it created this DCKO continuity of it traverses all time and space, it was always the absolute universe. He has been it was completely seeded with Apocalypse Omega energy, and over the last millennia, it's just been building and building and building and grows into this thing that is abject of hope, kind of a thing. So like it always was that, but now it's this. Now we know it's this, and they're tying together these like when they finished Dark Crisis. Did they know that? Probably not.
Right.
Was that the plan? Probably not.
Right.
But the book like this makes those really fun connections, and it makes it a much more enjoyable kind of like really fun.
Cool.
See, now
read.
I want to read it.
I want to read this
I think
issue.
you should. Well, I think you should read all of it because, especially 3 and 4. 3 and 4 is really like where we became readers.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also a bit in here I saw, like I think it was on Bleeding Cool or on Reddit or something, was just like, and they referenced the start of the Ultimate Universe.
Absolute.
No.
Oh.
Ultimate. Like they were like, this mentions the Ultimate Universe.
Of Marvel?
Yeah.
Oh.
But it doesn't, and people don't have reading comprehension.
Okay.
It's
That makes more
basically
sense.
just like a one-off line of like the creation of the Elsewhere world, the ultimate creation of the Elseworld, and we still don't know what that is, kind of a thing. And it's just like, guys, he's talking about he's talking about the absolute universe, and you're being obtuse.
Yeah.
You're just being obtuse for a clickbait. Don't do it.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Just stop it. But again, this issue ends with it, and the last like 20 pages is reference points and issue numbers of where these stories are contained that are recapped. So you can you can use it as a reference guide. Like that sounds like a cool story. Yeah. I'm gonna go read that.
Nice. Awesome. Yeah, this sounds really interesting. Actually, I had given up. I thought the first, because we enjoyed the Marvel version of this a couple years ago, but this DC version just felt too much like homework. So
Look, the Marvel one, I think the first issue or two did feel like too much homework.
Yeah.
Like, okay, whatever. But then as soon as it started getting to what you were familiar with, it became a little bit more fun.
Yeah.
This was good. I like this a lot. Very fresh.
Very fresh. Hey, let's do something that's not DC or Marvel real quick. Image Comics, Rick Remender and Daniel Ocuna. This is Escape number 3, which is anthropomorphized animals in World War II. You've got bats as the Nazis and then basically everyone else. And it's pretty much one of my top 5 books right now.
I would tend to agree.
Yeah, you've read I made you read issue 1.
Yeah.
Well, actually, Noel read issue 1, then made me read issue 1, then I made you read issue 1, and now we're reading it as it comes out. What did you think of Escape number 3?
It's fantastic. The first 2 were fantastic. The third is fantastic. The third is, I really like this because it's a bit less big picture.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Than the first 1 and 2 were. Mm-hmm. This is much more like just one man fighting for his life thing.
Yeah.
And it was so good.
Yeah, the first issue is basically a bunch of the allies in a plane trying to do a bomb run.
Yeah.
And then
bombing like some large gun weapon thing.
Yeah, which is surrounded by civilians.
Yeah.
Like
it's
towns.
Like, in the dead center of a huge residential area.
Yeah. They make a terrible choice, and then it gets shot down, and then this character...
The plane gets shot down that they're in.
Yeah, the plane gets shot down. And this is the only surviving member of that team.
Yeah.
Gosh, what is his name?
I don't know
his name.
But the funny thing is, doesn't matter.
He's a bear.
Yeah.
He's a cute little bear.
He's a badass little bear. How dare you?
He is pretty badass. And then the second issue is basically looking back at this guy and how he was just a guy who wasn't interested in war. Mm-hmm. He flew planes for tourists and all this other stuff, and he was actively against doing anything.
Yeah.
And then how he meets a woman and how that convinces him to sign up and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And now we are back in quote unquote present day, where he has landed in enemy territory after just bombing it, and everyone is looking for him. And this issue is very Frank Miller in the way that the interior monologue is happening. It's just sentence fragments in the same way that
thoughts. It's great.
In the same way that Frank Miller would write Batman in Dark Knight Returns and stuff like that. Or it was very like same with Sin City, his books that he was doing that were very noir. And this is just this guy on the run through enemy territory trying to meet an objective and stay alive. And it is brutal.
It really is.
Like how this dude is still alive at the end of this issue, impressive. It's just willpower, I guess, because he gets riggedy wrecked.
Yeah, we go through a couple instances where I'm like, really? Like he's gonna live? But I don't know, there's something about this presentation. I think it's the constant acknowledgement of how hurt he is that makes me still believe it. Mm-hmm. It's great.
Yeah, he knows he's hurt.
Yeah.
And it's just a struggle to keep going. But yeah, man, there's not much more that we can say about this book other than read it.
Yeah.
Every issue's a banger. Mm-hmm. If you like a war story, this is awesome. This is top 5 on my list. Like fresh AF.
Oh, absolutely, fresh AF. Top of the list.
Well, let's move on to the X Corner, which is Jeremy's portion of the show, wherein he regales us with what is happening in the X-Men Age of Revelation giant event.
Okay. I'm gonna every week I'm gonna try to make this recap faster because honestly, main story wise, not much has changed. In mainline X-Men before this event, Cyclops and Beast, their consciousnesses were forcibly pulled into 10 years into the future. Mm-hmm. And in that future, Doug Ramsey, a.k.a. Cypher, a.k.a. now going by Revelation, is in charge of basically the entire eastern seaboard of the United States, called the Revelation Territories. Yeah. I don't actually know what's in the eastern seaboard, so maybe that's correct, maybe it's not. But eastern part of the United States.
Yeah.
He came into control after a gene bomb that we don't actually have confirmation. I don't think that he set off.
Oh, I don't know.
But
Someone
he probably, if we don't know that for sure, he probably set it off. There was a gene bomb that went off, and what it did was turned every human, or it killed every human, left every mutant alive, and any human that it didn't kill is because it also mutated them.
Yeah.
So everybody's messed up, and they are Revelation's a butthole. So where we are is one of the issues this week of the 4 was X-Men Book of Revelation #1. This one I did like more than I expected, because I think we're past the establishment phase of this whole event, which I like. And this focuses on a new recruit in Revelation's cabinet of people, I suppose. They've been calling them Seraphim and Choristers.
Yeah.
So he recruits a new, I believe, yes, a chorister, a new chorister who is a child, probably below the age of like 12. Mm-hmm. And we're seeing who Revelation is and what life is like from her perspective.
Okay.
Yeah, it's honestly, that's the gist of it. She's freshly recruited. We're trying to get her perspective on, like, is this a good guy? Is this a bad guy? What is life like for a kid who's only known this world?
Yeah.
I liked it. It was good.
Yeah? Who is this? Al Ewing? Is it?
That's a great question. Oh, Jed McKay.
Oh, nice.
And
Jed McKay's.
Yeah, Jed McKay's great. And artist is Netho Diaz.
Okay, cool.
This was the first book, I think, in like 2 weeks that I picked up and I think feels important.
Oh, wow.
To the whole event.
Okay.
But again, everything else has been helpful for context. Mm-hmm. But there have been some issues. The first thing that comes to mind, Laura Kinney.
Wolverine. Or Sabretooth.
Yes, Laura Kinney Sabretooth. That was very much just a side bit of what her life was like, and I truly didn't really care. This was good. I would call this fresh, Book of Revelation. Next, we have Omega Kids #1 by Tony Fleeks and Andres Genolet.
Oh, wow. Genolet. That is the writer of Stray Dogs and the artist of Rainbow Rowell's She-Hulk.
Oh, no kidding. Give me that. Give me. Nice.
Omega Kids was great. I did not have high expectations for it because, again, everything up until this week felt a little bit irrelevant, felt like we were just pushing out X books to push them out. But this one is effectively Kid Omega leads a group of Omega kids who are all children, like 15 or below.
Yeah.
They're all powerful psychics, and he is using them and teaching them how to effectively monitor civilization and keep them in line and thought police everybody.
Yeah, I was good. Like, so I read sorry, I missed the beginning of this conversation. I read the first issues of everything that first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then decided not for me. However, I remember the Omega Kids being like assassin spies.
Yeah.
Like they're following us or don't see them or it's the fucking Omega Kids kind of thing. So this is cool.
Yeah. Early on in one of the earlier Revelation books, we get a glimpse at Omega Kids, and it is a kid who is more so like physically biking around and spying on people.
Yeah.
What we see here are kids that are very powerful psychics who are all in one room, just effectively with what look like Cerebro helmets, basically, monitoring and sometimes doing some pretty messed up stuff with their heads. Now, the very end of this book has the most fun reveal that I've seen in a long time.
Wow.
Personally, just because it, for me, was totally unexpected. And I'm very excited to see where this goes.
Oh, okay.
So honestly, Omega Kids felt fresh AF.
Okay.
Next we have The Last Wolverine, who on the cover, if you've been keeping up with the Wolverine series currently, Wolverine effectively fought and then befriended a teenage Wendigo.
Yeah.
And on the cover, we can see that the Wendigo is in Wolverine's costume. And that's pretty much the whole story.
Okay.
He is in somewhere in Canada. I want to say Vancouver. Probably not. I only know like 2 Canadian cities. And up until this point in the Revelation storyline, we have come to understand that Wolverine Logan is being controlled by Revelation, and he is effectively just running around being an assassin. I think he calls him Ghost of Death. He's being a bad boy.
Question.
Yeah.
In that first issue, bad boy. Is that his actual skull that's exposed or a mask?
That looks like a mask.
I believe it's a mask.
Well, in the way that I think in the way like Stegman drew it or something, it was just like, did they scrape his fucking skull off?
Nah,
They're
it's
kind of cool looking.
It's mask.
Okay, cool.
So this, we get a little bit of context of Logan's switch from good to bad. And this Wendigo basically was like, I was friends with Logan. We worked together for a while, I guess 10 years up until this point, in theory. And he is honoring what Logan used to be by wearing the Wolverine costume and just running around being a hero.
Cute. And this is by Saladin Ahmed and Edgar Salazar.
Man, I forget the artist. That's so important. My bad.
It's okay. But how...
It was, I want to say middle ground fresh.
Okay.
It was cute. We do get an interesting reveal about halfway through about how an X-Men, one of the typical classic X-Men, has changed in this time.
Okay.
It's pretty interesting. But otherwise, I could see maybe this brings us to a point where this series might be where we see, Wolverine Logan turn into a good guy or something. Yeah. Like this might be where that inciting
event
context is or whatever. But at the moment, it's just for funsies. If you liked the Wendigo's involvement in the X-Men series, you might enjoy this. But otherwise, it does not feel essential to
flipping through it,
Revelation as a whole.
I'm not interested.
Yeah.
And then,
probably the most surprising of the bunch that JD also read was Radioactive Spider-Man by
Radioactive Spider-Man. Sorry, do you guys remember the cartoon?
No.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
Joe Kelly and Kevin Walker.
I did. I just didn't want to say anything.
Thank you. Just leave me hanging. Great.
I love Kevin Walker.
This is awesome.
This was great.
Yeah.
This is the only issue of the Age of Revelation that I read this week. And I was delighted. I really like this issue. The art's fantastic. The story is surprising and a lot of fun. The reveal at the end was heartbreaking.
It was.
This was a banger.
Yeah. This was Spider-Man is staying in New York after all of this gene bomb stuff is said and done. As we all know, he is not technically a mutant. I forget what his categorization is. But he's some type of superhuman.
Yeah.
So we get insight into how he is staying involved in New York, how he is staying alive, et cetera, et cetera. Very good.
So I was like, oh, it's so obvious. Clearly, the gene bomb went off, and Spider-Man is now just a mutant.
Yeah.
It made him a mutant because, as you can see on the cover, he has multiple arms and tentacles just flopping out of him. And that's not the case.
No.
I was surprised by what is actually happening, which is also kind of heartbreaking. But, yeah, this was great.
It makes perfect sense for Peter to be doing what he's doing in this book. It fits character-wise.
Yeah.
And I also really enjoy how, like you said, he looks different, not mutated technically, or maybe we can still use the word mutated, just not a mutant.
Yeah.
But the way he's mutated is also, which in my opinion is atypical for comics, not pretty.
Yeah.
And it's not cool.
Yes.
And that makes it cooler to me.
Because, at the passing glance on the cover, I go, oh, okay, they're doing the thing that they did back in the 70s where Spider-Man became more spider and had full-ass extra arms.
Right.
This is not that. This is
like there was
that, but yeah.
There was a Revelation
pretty.
Issue last week, I believe it was Sinister's 6, where we get a glimpse of Felicia Hardy, Black Cat,
who
just got mutated into a cat.
He's a pretty cat.
Yeah, and we're like, all right,
pretty.
classic Felicia, whatever, like that's fine, but that's
the
not
old
the
Parker
case
Luck here.
True. Oh yeah, I guess she is the lucky one, right?
That's true. Good point. So yeah, this was fresh AF for me. This was a delight.
Same. Doesn't feel directly consequential again to the overall Revelation thing.
Yeah.
But if you enjoy Spider-Man, I think you'll enjoy what's going on with him during Revelation.
100%. Hey, Noel, is there anything we want to wrap up with? I think I read
I read the Ultimate stuff. Did we talk about
Oh,
any
we
of the
didn't.
Ultimate stuff? There's a couple things I want to talk about really quick. So 3 Ultimate Universe books came out today. Ultimate Spider-Man Incursion #5 by Dennis Camp, Cody Ziegler, and Jonas Scharf. The Ultimates #17 written by Dennis Camp with art by Phil Noto. And Ultimate Spider-Man #22 written by Jonathan Hickman with art by Marco Cicchetto. So this runs the gamut of my favorite and least favorite things in the Marvel or in the Ultimate Universe. I want to start with Incursion. This series I've not really enjoyed, but I understand how it's placed.
Yeah.
This is basically like hey, if you're reading the Ultimate Universe, it's a quick, weird, inconsistent tour.
Okay.
But if you're reading the Miles Morales Spider-Man book, it's probably essential because it's mostly a Miles Morales Spider-Man book. But I don't know if the tone of that book fits with the, publishing schedule of a month happens in real time and the Earth is separated by these factions. It just doesn't it's just not jiving with the rest of the Ultimate books.
So
in tone or style. So it's a little jarring.
Is the Miles in this book the same Miles as in the main run? Miles Morales?
Yes. It's
Okay.
616, previously 1610. Miles brought into 6160 via an invite from 1610 Maker.
Oh, we got that early on in the Ultimate stuff.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
That invite. Okay, got it.
But yes, this is the Miles from the book that's currently Miles.
I'm intentionally trying to sound convoluted because it is truly, truly convoluted.
Gotcha.
But there's some solid reveals that happen in this issue. It feels like this issue 5 is the reason why they wanted to bother with this miniseries. I just wish it happened more organically and paced a little different. It didn't have to be 5 months. What's funny too is spoilers. I guess Miles gets back with his sister. No one says you've been gone for 5 months. Yeah. No one it's so weird. I don't.
Well, is this the end of that run?
This is the end of this miniseries.
Miniseries? I mean, 5 months in Ultimate time.
It hasn't been established that there's a dilation of some sorts, but whatever. Their daughter's been missing for all this time, and it's just I don't know.
Yeah.
This feels so shoehorned.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a really solid reveal at the end of this that's really, really interesting. I wish that was felt throughout the whole series.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say this isn't worth reading, but it's more like side homework than it is an enjoyable miniseries for me.
Gotcha.
Ultimates is always fantastic, continues to be fantastic. We focus on Doom like we did about 6 months ago, and this is also written by or drawn by Phil Noto. This is just a dope Doom story, and by Doom I mean Reed, who now understands or knows something very, very important about the Maker. So this I think is going to be important going forward. But I think the all-star is Ultimate Super Spider-Man #22. This book does something that shatters the paradigm of the Ultimate Universe thus far.
Okay.
Skips 3 months. So issue 22 is 3 months later in December.
Oh, okay.
Not October, because the last issue was in September.
That's so weird. You're doing a very specific thing.
Hickman is specifically... I think Hickman is... his last issue is 24.
Uh-huh.
He is explicitly truncating the last 3 issues so he doesn't have to do final events in real time. Which is fine because they skip 3 months. So this will conclude in December /
Yeah.
I think I would have hated it if they didn't do this.
Yeah, okay.
Because so many plot threads are coming together.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do hey, 4 weeks have passed when you hit me. What happened?
Right, yeah.
You can't do that. You have to have your finale. I'm hoping that all the books kind of do this, where they're pulling all these plot threads together. You can't have a final issue that feels like a coda from 2 months ago. Do you know what I mean? I hope that all of them kind of do this, where they're going to skip ahead and spend a little time breathing room with the finale.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is cool.
Okay, cool.
But yeah,
24 is the last issue?
of Hickman.
Yeah, we got 2 more issues.
And apparently they truly are ending this.
yeah.
Yeah, Dennis Camp did a whole thing about seriously.
Yeah.
I did have plans, but they said we can pull this off. And like Hickman had a thing about like I didn't believe that they had the balls to do it. And
Yeah.
he's like, yeah, they're
That's
letting
because
us
of
do
what
it.
happened with the Age of Krakoa.
They're letting us do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, good.
Yeah.
End things.
Yeah.
Will the Ultimate Universe be dead forever? No.
Of course not.
Something else will happen or be rebooted or blah, blah, blah. But if we have 4 24-issue series and a mini series that's just one big story, hell yeah. You don't get that in modern comics. I think that's awesome.
I'm really excited for all these like collected editions to
Yeah.
come
Yeah,
out
man.
because I haven't read any of them, and I would love to just sit down with like a week and read through everything. It'd be awesome.
Have you read Ultimate X-Men?
I read the first 12 issues.
I read the first one issue.
Does
it ever tie in? It feels like it's its own thing.
kinda.
Okay.
In that first like year, it's just its own thing. It's very manga.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy manga that much, so it was a little bit of a struggle. But you could tell what she was doing, and you know how she's rolling with like it's very ephemeral. It's very like wispy and dream sequence, like so. It's not a book that I loved, but I totally get why people love it.
Okay.
Like I love Peach Momoko in small miniseries chunks.
Yeah.
The long ongoing that I want to connect somewhere or be reflected elsewhere, it just didn't.
It
jive.
feels like a passion project that they gave to someone gave her to just have her own little book.
I was super excited about it. Like this, it reads exactly like those Demon Days books do, where it's just like not connected to a damn thing. It's its own little version
like
of
those.
history. So it's probably great in a bubble, but against Spider-Man, Ultimates, and Black Panther, which all felt like they're happening in the same world and are affected by the maker, it just felt like its own thing.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
So I will read it eventually.
All right, that's the Ultimate Corner. What else we got? We got
The end of Turtles. Well, the end of Aaron on Turtles.
Jason Aaron's.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 12, written by Jason Aaron with art by Juan Ferreira. Yeah, this book ends. I've never been so excited and then just kind of into existence with the last 12 issues.
Yeah.
It started so interestingly with multiple artists and separating the boys and bringing them together. The last like 4 issues has been them recapping the same exact argument with each other.
Oh.
Like, I get that they have history. I get that they fight. But for 4 issues, Jason Aaron has gotten them to a place emotionally, and then Mikey picks on Raph, and then they fight again.
Yeah.
And then Mikey picks on Raph, and they fight again. Like, it's almost is intentionally retroverting any kind of character growth or progress for the purposes of like
longevity.
It feels like inorganic friction, and kind of petulant, and I haven't been enjoying it the last 2 or 3 issues.
That's a shame.
Those first 6 issues, A+ stellar. The last 6 have been fine. They've been very much like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles run before that I fell off on. Yeah. So if you were enjoying all of that stuff, the Waltz stuff, this is your jam. Your book is back. But it being something different kind of faded away slowly in the last 6 months.
Okay.
So I think I will probably stop.
Bummer.
Yeah.
It's a shame because it's only 12 issues. It's like a perfect size for like a full arc. Does it feel like between 1 and 12 there is a full arc? Or was the full arc just 1 through 6, getting them together? And then introducing, a new, was it the mayor, evil mayor guy?
Yeah, that all comes to fruition. So that like that whole everything has been established and set up and done. And they leave us with a couple of little cliffhangers that change status quo, but a lot of like supernatural things have been happening in the background that are not really explored or explained. It's just, it's a little weird.
Okay.
Maybe if I had read the previous 150 issues, I would get more of it, but this feels like that book. And I stopped reading that book.
Yeah, same.
So
did you bother with Shredder or
I
Casey
read the
Jones?
first couple of issues. I read the first couple of issues of, what was it? The
Mutant Nation?
I read the first 2 issues of Mutant Nation. I was out. I read the
Night
first.
Walker?
That one was
Watcher.
cool.
Night
The Junie
Watcher.
Ba Night Watcher book. I read the first 4 or 5 issues of that. It was cool. Great little miniseries because it was Jenica.
Yeah.
And she's fantastic.
Yeah.
But no, I didn't try Shredder, even though I like the creative team. I didn't try any of that stuff.
Was it David Walker? Or something?
Waters.
Waters,
Yeah, Dan Waters.
Yeah.
But if you're a turtle head, I'm assuming this is the book you want.
Ugh.
I was looking for a little bit I was looking for a turtle head poking.
Yeah.
I was looking
That's
for
where
a
my brain
little.
immediately
I was
went.
looking for a little bit more of a little bit more of a mixtape, which we got
Yeah.
for a little while.
Yeah.
This kind of turned into the same old, same old.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
This
It's a
feels.
shame.
You know, this feels like I've been reading Batman too long, and I need to take a break.
Yeah.
This feels like that old book, and I think I need to take a break.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Outlaw. What happened? Is it good? Good
Outlaw
anthology.
Showdown. So I've been enjoying the EC Redos, an entertaining comic company. Outlaw Showdown is their new miniseries, which is a spooky Western book. Tales of Cold Hearts and Hot Lead, and that's exactly what we get. This is great. We've got John Arcudi, Sebastian Cabral, Tony Moore, Rico Renzi, Ann Nesenti, David Lapham, Christopher Cantwell, Dan McDade, and then, which I don't know if any of the other series have been doing this, but I wish they would. This one has single cult action by Harvey Kurtzman and Jack Davis from 1952. It's got a classic Western tale in here. Which I think all of the issues should do. But I don't think they do. This is very good. Yeah, if you're into like Westerns and spooky stuff,
I am.
This is great.
Nice.
Highly recommend Outlaw Showdown. Pick it up. It's on shelves right now.
It's an Outlaw Showdown.
And that's it. We did it.
We did it.
right.
That's every single book that's ever come out this
Are you guys
week.
excited about anything else that you didn't get a chance to read yet?
Oh, I'm sure. Oh, I want to read Hello Halloween because it's spooky times, and I do want to read more spooky anthology. So, this is a one-shot from the Hello Darkness series from Boom Studios. This one has R.L. Stine doing some stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. What do you got? Anybody else?
I got caught up on Absolute Wonder Woman, so I'm not going to do that. But I implore all of you guys to get caught up on that book. It's absolutely wonderful, pun intended.
I also really want to read Outlaw Showdown. I just didn't get to it, but I'm also excited for the Undead Iron Fist #2.
Yeah, you liked that first issue.
I did. I enjoyed the first issue, and I'm looking forward to the second.
We need to push more Iron Fist on you.
Yeah, fist me, dude.
I think I tried to see if I could get in the oh god, what's the other one?
Immortal Weapons.
Is it Fraction?
The Aha Fraction, yeah.
Aha Fraction stuff. It's out of print right now, I think.
Fraction Brubaker.
Unless it's just
It's
I think
Omnibus.
The Omnibus is the only
Yeah.
thing. Which
There's
sucks.
no like
It's hard to sell an Omnibus.
collections.
It is.
Yeah.
Especially for a character like Iron Fist.
Yeah.
We're like, no, trust me, this one's good.
That run is like a comic book fan's comic book. It's not. It's accessible story wise, but it's not like I can't wait to find that next Iron Fist run that's gonna rock me. It's more like
Right.
comic fans, deep comic fans are like, no, you got to try this, even though you've never heard of this person.
Yeah.
So it's hard to just like.
Same
press
with
on a
Hawkeye.
dime. Yeah, same with Hawkeye.
Yeah, the Aja run of Hawkeye. Fraction
I
and
couldn't give a single shit about Hawkeye.
I didn't either until the Fraction and Aha run.
Oh, nice.
Living Weapon or My Life is a Weapon.
No, that was what-
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. we go live on YouTube. Feel free to come hang out in the chat and yell at us there. This week we talked about Black Phone 2, the sequel to Black Phone.
And
Duh.
next week we're gonna have all kinds of fun Halloweeny stuff. So bring your Rex and your favorites and join us live 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and afterwards.
Yeah.
So
Thanks so much for hanging out with us, and we'll talk at you later.
do do do.
Skiddly-dee.
Bleh.